Hello, this is Brian again. Well, still a little bit up. I think I'm near the first satellite peak. And I keep scratching my head about this one because the satellite peak, I'm trying to think. I know I've been saying that the further peak is the highest peak, the one closest to, well, second highest peak I should say, the one that's closest to Vista Picnic area on the east side of Kratka, and then the west side one here would be the lowest, but I think it's the other way around. So I think this is actually the second highest point on Kratka Ridge. Yeah, thinking of the maps, and come up here, found a use trail. This might actually take me to Kratka itself, but like I said, before I actually go to the 7,515 foot Kratka, wanted to check out, I think I want to check out both satellite peaks. I think this is the first one, I believe. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get a better perspective when I get up here. Okay, I'm getting the breeze again. Feeling the breeze. Yeah, boy is loving it. First real decent breeze I felt in a while. Oh yeah, feels good. Wow, feels great. I understand I've been complaining quite a bit on my last clips. It's mostly because of the bugs. It's been on and off, an onslaught, if you know what I mean. Let's see. I think this is the satellite. I think this is the satellite summit right here. I think. Which would make this a little over 7,400 feet in elevation. So we're elevation-wise pretty close. Might have another 120 feet of elevation gain to get to the actual high point of Kratka Ridge, but I think this is the satellite side right here. If this is, it's a nice little summit here. Get some views into the Pleasant View Ridge Wilderness. Places up here to kick back and have a snack. A couple of rocks to sit on over here. Nice. It's beautiful over here. Come on, bugs. Sorry about that. And then, one of my earlier clips, I was talking about peak 6320, which is that. Look how steeply you'd have to go down to get there. It's a long way down. In fact, before you get to the peak is actually this piece here in the foreground, the cone-shaped peak. It's hard to tell, but it's right here. To get to that, you got to do some class 3 and class 4 mountaineering to get down the south slope. And I'll show you what some of the south slope of Kratka Ridge looks like. We're still kind of we're on the ridge here, but look what you're looking at. Sheer drop-offs and rocks. And I heard that there were a few I think there are a few dry waterfalls. So if you were to attempt peak 6320, you would be not having much ease getting down there. However, once you get past it and then start scrambling up towards 6320, I heard going up that way is a little less of a scramble. And of course, though, you got to climb the cliff back. The south face of Kratka Ridge is very steep, as evidence right here, even where there isn't rock and dry waterfall stuff. Look at that. That's probably a 50+ degree angle in some spots. So I think only a really serious mountaineer who's extremely comfortable with cross-country scrambling, hiking, and apparently there's probably a lot of bushwhacking, I would imagine. So this is I believe this is the 7,400 foot summit, little mini summit. I've been wanting to come to the satellite peaks for a while, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but I will enough to, get a couple pictures from up here. You see the old abandoned part of Highway 39 snaking its way around. So we got here, way in the back, you got Troop. It's actually pronounced Troop, like a soldier, a troop, but it's spelled like Throop. People pronounce it Throop, but it's actually Troop. I can see Mount Baden Powell way over there. Now Hawkins, you got Little Hawkins, Sadie Hawkins, and then you got South Mount Hawkins over there. So that's the close part of Highway 39. Goes around that bend, and then after that bend at about 5,400 feet, almost 5,400 feet, there's a fire break. It goes up to that, and there's supposed to be a provisional peak 5,495. However, there's actually a high point that's closer to 5,530 feet. So I think there might be a benchmark at 5,495. I'm not sure, but there's a provisional peak on peakbagger.com. But there's actually a point that's a little bit above 5,500 feet. It's about 5,530 in elevation, roughly. And then you got that lower mountain mass right there. That's Smith Mountain, 5,111 feet. 5,111 feet. So the saddle between 5,530 and Smith Mountain is called Smith Saddle. You can reach that from the Bear Canyon Trailhead on Highway 39, and it's about a 1,900 foot gain to get up to Smith Mountain. The saddle itself is about 4,300 feet, and then you got a steep fire break to get up to either 5,530 or 5,495, if you want to call it that. You got a steep fire break to get up to that one, and another steep fire break, plus pictures of I think Class 2, maybe basic Class 3 rock scrambling to get up to Smith Mountain. And here it is again. That is one of the cliffs falling off of Smith. I keep thinking about Smith Mountain. The sharp cliff that falls off of Kratka Ridge. So, like I said, very experienced mountaineers might consider doing this. But if you're not, and I'm not an experienced mountaineer, I've done scrambling, Class 2, some basic Class 3, a lot of cross-country, off-trail Class 1 hiking, but you'd have to probably bring a rope with you in some spots. Some people would probably need to bring a rope for this. And then you go down, you got to go over that little hump there, and then you bottom out at about 5,780 feet. So then you got about 540 feet of climbing after that to get to the peak 6320. And of course you got to go up and over the humps, and then you got to scramble up the dry falls. I don't know if there could be some other possible routes to get up there. I don't know. I'm not planning on that anytime soon. If I ever get more into mountaineering, maybe. But that's not happening right now. But I'm gonna let it go here, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna shoot a few photos, and then I'm gonna start making my way to the next point, which should be the actual summit of Kratka Ridge. So I'll see you at the next high point.